If you have worked customer service at any point in your life, as I have, you have probably heard the recurring statement that the customer is always right. Well, there are exceptions to this supposed customer service edict. I've worked retail for probably close to a decade, and honestly, I can say that currently I do enjoy both of my jobs. I enjoy the interactions I have with people, and I enjoy what I do. Obviously, I don't plan on doing it the rest of my life, but that's besides the point. Despite the enjoyment I get, there are always those customers who are absolutely heinously awful to you. And recently, I've noticed this summer, and I know that a lot of other people have noticed it, but people have been increasingly bitchy. You know, in northern Michigan, we get a lot of tourism, and a lot of people come up from, like, Ohio and the Detroit and Lansing area to come up and go on vacation to their little cabins, or go up to Mackinac Island, or up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and, you know, have a grand old time. And, you know, in my mind, I'm like, why are you being bitchy? You have the money to take a vacation and travel. If you're old enough, you're probably on retirement and enjoying it. What reason do you have to be bitchy? You're shopping, you're spending loads of fucking money. Why? A couple weeks ago, I was called a fag by a customer, and recently I was called a homo by a customer, and, you know, normally I don't have to deal with derogatory insults at work. And normally it doesn't bother me if somebody spouts it off under their breath or anything. It happens more often than not. But it really does bother me when it's in front of a group of people. Because, I mean, how am I supposed to react? Other than, you have a nice day, you have a great day, you know? And, like, this is the line I draw. Customers are always right until they cross the line to the point where they are acting like children, or where they are acting extremely disrespectfully. I feel that respectful customers who can approach you professionally and disagree with you professionally, are the ones that are always right. Our job in customer service is to ensure that they have the resources and information that, at least in my position, they need to shop, to enjoy what they're doing, and to leave the establishment with a smile and a sense of fulfillment. If they're going to come in with their rotten day and try to make my day a rotten day, that's when they cross that the customer is always right threshold into the customer is not always right threshold. This bitch pissed me off, and, you know, I wasn't even working. I was another customer. We were actually at McDonald's. So I'm at McDonald's on my lunch break. I had like a 30-minute lunch break, so I was, you know, trying to hurry over there to get something. And it was really, really busy. It was in the middle of the afternoon. There were tour buses there and yada yada. And there was a new trainee working at the cash register in the front. Well, before me was this middle-aged woman who seemed really, really impatient about her food. Apparently, they had gotten her order wrong, and now she was waiting for, you know, another order of fries or something. Well, about 5 minutes pass or so, and this place is getting slammed. Like, this poor girl at the cash register was by herself, like, trying to do these orders. I swear it was probably the poor thing's 4th day on the job. Well, this woman in front of me just snaps, and she starts laying into this girl like, you know what, you're not going to amount to anything because you're working here and you're a lowlife, and, you know, you should be ashamed of you. I'm going to tell your manager and blah, blah, blah. You're not going to fucking have my business anymore, blah. And this girl looked like she was about to cry. Like, and you can imagine me at that point. I was pissed off. I wanted to rip this lady's hair out and, you know, backhand her across the face. But I didn't because, you know, I'm a civil human being like you are. Well, it's my turn. So I go up to the counter and I calmly tell the girl, I'm like, I really appreciate what you do. I've been there. I understand what it feels like to be in customer service. And I think you're doing a great job. And do not let somebody negative, like this bitch next to me, ruin your day. And of course, the way I said it kind of made the girl giggle a bit, and you know, her mood was lifted, and this woman is looking at me like utterly appalled and blah blah blah. Like, how dare you, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, take your pissy attitude and get out. Like, I don't understand why people have to be so horrifically terrible to people. You know, I've been in the customer shoes before. You know, I've been in an establishment where, you know, they're taking too long for my food, or they didn't give me the refund, and blah, blah, blah. I don't flip out. That's either company policy, there's a logical reason why you're not getting your food on time, or maybe they're short-staffed or something. You know, like, when you go into an establishment, be civil with people. If you imagine yourself in that other person's shoes, would you want a customer coming up to you and treat you like utter shit just because you didn't get your steak on time? No. In fact, it's a pretty stupid reason when you think about it to get bitched out. Anyway, if you've had a bad customer service experience, please share it in a comment below or make a video response, because I would really like to hear them. The moral of the whole story is the customer isn't always right, especially if they're being completely disrespectful. Always remember, when you are in an establishment, whether it be retail or food, that these people are working their asses off just to make minimum wage or a little bit above it in order to live their lives. It's life. We all should treat each other with respect. Comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel. Have a good night.